alternative investment and replacement. So everyone knows that what is profitability. When we have started with the design chapter on the first day only, as we have discussed, I have told you that each and every industry main motive or policy is profitability. Each and every industry or each and every design engineer designs industry on the basis of the profitability. Now coming to the point that how he decides that his industry will be in a profitable position, how he is going to take different studies or different methods to make his industry in a profitable condition. So for that, we have studied in a different steps that there are different methods, there are different techniques, there are different ways, different conditions on which we have to establish our industry. And for that, a chemical engineer or a design engineer goes for the designing operation in a part of pilot plant setup. Initially, he does the study according to the reactions available, and from those reactions he decides that which is the best suitable reaction and calculates all the aspects of profitability. So when he decides, then he targets one application or one reaction for making the final decision, and after making the final decision he calculates the profits of the industry, and then only the further process for the startup of industry is done. So in the previous classes I have told you about how a design engineer goes through one by one setup and decides about the profitability. Then second topic is alternative investment and replacement. As I have told you that there are number of alternative investment present. How alternative investments are present? Can anyone tell me? Can you tell me that how different alternative investments are there? Okay, no problem. As I have told you that there are number of different methods also available. So those different methods which are available, different reactions, different techniques which are available, they are the different types of investment. On those basis only the design engineers decide that in which reaction part or which type of investment he has to go through to bring the industry in a profitable manner. So then one replacement part comes when after working in an industry for a certain period of time, when industry starts running up, after a certain period of time there is an advancement in technologies, then the design engineer has to support those technology aspects into the industry by incorporating them. So the design engineer should design a industry or design a set up in such a way that if there is advancement of technology, then there may be a chance of replacement, which should be done by the design engineer with respect to time as the technology is changing simultaneously. So as we have talked about the different technologies, as I have told you that there are different aspects and there are different conditions where the design engineer should be thinking about the. So before proceeding, we will study about the word profitability is used as a general term for the measure of amount of profit that can be obtained from a given situation. Profitability, therefore, is a common denominator for all business. As I have told you from the first chapter only, that the main motto of a design engineer is to provide profit to the industrialist or to the industrialist who has acquired him or who has taken his services as a design engineer. So the main motto of each and every industry is to give profit. So being a design engineer, you have to design a industry which gives the profit. Before capital is invested in a project or enterprise, it is necessary to know how much profit can be obtained and whether or it might be advantageous to invest the capital in the form of enterprise. So from the first day of this design part, we are studying that there are number of ways. We are having plant layouts, we are having different points with design, the different aspects. So before starting the product or before starting any enterprise, an entrepreneur always does a research with the help of different skilled design engineers whether the capital that is invested by this design is going to give any profit to the entrepreneur or not. Whatever capital he is investing on that particular project, whether that project is advantageous or not, he is going to get back the return of his money or return back of his capital from the project or from the enterprise or not. So all these analysis are done step by step, and we have studied this in the all these things in our previous chapter. Thus, the determination and analysis of profits obtained from the investment of capital and the choice of best investment among various alternatives are the major goal of economic analysis. So, all the industrialists go for the economic analysis. And the reason behind the economic analysis or the major goal behind the economic analysis is basically the profit. Wherever the industrialist or the entrepreneur is investing, that particular project is going to give profit or not. So all the economic analysis is studied initially. First, the analysis of the reaction is studied, then it is studied on the different types of alternative methods which are present there. Then after that, the market survey and other things are studied, and finally is the study of the final product which is coming out of the industry. The market value of that product is studied, the demand value of that particular product is studied, so that why it is studied, so that the entrepreneur should know or the industrialist should know or be aware of the cap profit on the capital which he has invested in the industry. So it is one of the major concepts. There are many reasons why capital investments are made. So as I have told you that one of the major aspect is the reaction industry and alternative method. But other than this also there are number of places where capital is invested for the industry, from where raw material is coming, what are the transported, from where the final product is going, what is the transportation term, what is the working capital required, what is the fixed capital required. All these are the different types of investment which are required doing during this study. Sometimes the purpose is merely to supply a service which cannot possibly yield a monetary profit, such as a provision of recreation facilities for free use of employees. So this is one part of the industry, that okay, if you are having the workers in the industry, the skilled workers, the unskilled workers, then you have to provide them certain facilities which may be not profitable to you in direct, way, but indirectly, as they are employee of your institution, they are giving you services, and due to their services only the industry is in the profitable condition. So there are certain provision which you have to create them for their, so that they may be having different entertainment facilities, medical facilities, firefighting facilities. These are the different facilities which you cannot have any monetary profit from them. You have to just create facilities for the employees or the working people, those who are working in your industry. So these are the places where, when you are investing your capital, you have to be aware that these are the investment places where you are not going to get direct profits, but indirectly they are very much profitable to you. If the employee will be healthy, then the working time of employee will be more. If employee will be happy, then also the efficiency of working of employee will be higher. So that's why these facilities are generated by the industry to provide to their employees. The profitability of this type of venture cannot be expressed on a positive numerical basis. The design engineer, however, usually deals with the investment which are expected to yield a tangible profit. So, the basic work of a design engineer is to give a tangential profit to the investor or the entrepreneur or the industry. And the main motto of the design engineer is to design a such industry or invest a capital in such a mode that the investors may get the maximum amount of return. Okay, so we will have, because the profits and costs are considered, which will be occurring in future, the possibilities of inflation or deflation affecting future profits and cost must be recognized. The strategy for handling effects of inflation or deflation may be ideally studied by the design engineer on the previous analysis or on the previous basis of the calculation. Whatever has occurred in the previous basis, the engineer should be calculating all those things on that basis, and in future he is going to expedite on that. Investment may be by made for replacing or
सर स्क्रीन प्रेजेंट नहीं हो रही है।
नहीं हो रही है।
नहीं सर, बंद हो गई थी बीच में।
Now it is there.
यस सर, थैंक यू।
Okay, so the major point is that investment may be made for replacing or improving an existing property. So that I have told you again, that what is the condition, that how investment has to be made, why design engineer has to design a project in such a way that he can replace, he can improve, or he can add anything to the existing property. So a best design engineer is that engineer who gives a proper replacement or improvement in the existing property with respect to change in technology. When technology change place, when advancement in technology change place, then the design engineer should design a project in such a way so that he can easily be able to provide such thing. For developing a completely new enterprise or for other purpose where profit is expected from outlay of capital. For cases of this sort, it is extremely important to make a careful analysis of the capital utilization. Why capital utilization is important? Capital utilization is important because if replacing, improving increases the investment in such a way that whatever you are replacing or improving is going to enhance the investment to a higher side, then this project will not be fruitful for the, or you can say profitable for the industry. So the design engineers, when improving or advancing the advanced technologies, incorporating the advanced technologies, then he should keep in mind the detailed aspect of all the conditions. Okay, so that he may be easily knowing the condition. Now, what are the different profitable standards? In the process of making an investment decision, the profits anticipated from the investment of fund should be considered in terms of minimum profitability standards. This profitability standards, which can normally be expressed on direct numerical basis, must be weighed against the overall judgment evaluation for the project in making the final decision as to whether or not the project should be undertaken. So from the first lecture only, I am telling you that as design engineers go on studying each and everything, the minimum profitability standard must be set. And if the minimum profitability standard is not attained, then the design engineer should discard that project and not move to the final decision on that project or not proceed for the further approval of that project. So a design engineer should always give the minimum profitable standard in the numerical basis, that okay, this much minimum profitability must be attained. If not attained, then the project should be totally dropped down and not move in the further direction. The judgment evaluation must be based on the recognition that the quantified profitability standard can serve only as a guide. Thus, it must be recognized that the profit evaluation is based on prediction of future results, so that assumptions are necessarily included. Many intangible factors such as future changes in demand or prices, possibility of operational failure, or premature obsolescence cannot be quantified. So these are the certain things which cannot be calculated before, because these are the time bound situation. Okay, if anything became obsolete, you cannot decide that this particular thing is going to be obsolete after 4 years or 5 years. So if the demand of person changes, or if a particular product of same quality say comes at a very low price, or there is any operational failure in the industry, these all things cannot be calculated from first. These are the things, these are the factors which are coming with respect to future. For example, we are facing one of the major situations of COVID, where number of things are affected. Okay, this is one of the type of failures which nobody was thinking that we are going to have such types of problems in our day to day life, that there will be a shortage of oxygen, there will be a shortage of beds, there will be a shortage of hospitals. So these are the things which cannot be things. Okay, so we are going to have a particular thing which we must be aware that these are the certain things which you cannot, a design engineer cannot calculate from future. These things are going to appear in future simultaneously. So coming to the next point, cost of capital. There are different cost of capitals. We are going to calculate how we are going to calculate the cost of capitals and other things. So method for including the cost of capital in economic analysis is also one of the major part. Although the management and stockholders of each company must establish the company characteristic cost of capital, the simplest approach is to assume that the investment of capital is made at a hypothetical cost of rate or return equivalent to the total profit or rate of return over the full expected life of a particular project. This method has an advantage of putting the profitability analysis of all alternative investment on the equal basis, thereby permitting a clear comparison of risk factor. This method is particularly useful for primarily estimate, but it may need to be refined further to make care of income tax effect for final evaluation. So, being a design engineer, everything must be put in step by step. The design engineer should clear that 10 year is the lifespan. So in first year we are going to get this much of return, second year this much, third year this much, fourth year this much, and in a fifth year we will be no in a low loss, no profit situation, and from sixth year we are going to earn profit. So as you have studied the tree analysis, we should be very much clear that okay, with those things, the profit part should be very much clear after considering all the income tax effects for the final evaluation. So all the analysis given by a design engineer must be studied step by step, and as I have told you that the minimum profit must be decided so that you can get a particular amount of return from your industry, and after a certain period of time you can be in a profitable situation for in from that industry, and which is the major part for the establishment of any project or any entrepreneur or any industry. So the cost of capital must be very clearly be known, and it should be done simultaneously by the design engineer. Okay, so remaining we will start in the next class.